The next thing I want to share with you as a third of four principles is this. People spend their money differently when it's their money. So this plays itself out on lots of different issues, but let me give you an example in one that's timely right before us right now, and that's health care. If I said to you today, on your way home from CPAC, swing by a great Minnesota company. Go to Best Buy, go to Target, you buy any television set that you would like. Pick any size you'd like, any characteristics, qualities that you like. Don't even look at the price. Don't worry about it. Just send the bill to Mary and me at the governor's residence at 1006 Summit Avenue in St. Paul. How many of you would show up back at your hotel room tonight with a 12-inch black and white? None of you would, of course. And so if we're going to reform systems, the direction isn't to turn them into government-run monopolies where the other side can declare that they're giving away quote-unquote free stuff. The direction we need to head is to put consumers in charge in a marketplace in conjunction with their doctors, giving them good information about what stuff costs are, and let them decide what's right for them and their families, not the federal government. In Minnesota, we did this with great success. I'll just give you one example. We said to our state employees, I said to our state employees, by the way, the costs of the program are out of control, breaking the financial backs of everybody involved. And I said, look, we have a new system. You can go anywhere you want, but if you choose to go somewhere that's extra expensive and has really poor results, you're paying more. And if you choose under the program this government's paying for to go somewhere with good results, that's more efficient, with better results, you'll pay less. Guess what they did? 90% of our government employees in Minnesota, state government employees, migrated to higher quality, more efficient health care providers, and for 5 years in a row, we've had almost no premium increases in the program, cumulatively. I mean, it's an amazing development because people spend their money differently when at least some of it is their money in a marketplace with market principles around that. And then lastly, in terms of the four principles, bullies, we all know this. I learned this in South St. Paul. You probably learned it in various ways. Bullies prey on weakness, not strength. So, you know, I have a fondness for ice hockey. Some of you probably aren't from parts of the country where if you got a really tough person on the ice, most people leave them alone. So you look at what's going on in national security policy for our country. We have now entered an era where the president of France, President Sarkozy, is lecturing the United States of America on the dangers of appeasement. We have entered a new era. That is like, you know, AIG lecturing us on financial responsibility. I have a message for President Obama. And my message is this. Mr. President, no more apology tours and no more giving Miranda rights to terrorists in our country. Now, as conservatives, we know there's a better way. The patriots in this room and patriots around this country are sounding the alarm and rising up. And we also have a message for liberals. We're planting the flag on constitutional ground, and if you try to take our freedoms, we will fight back. President Lincoln, during the most challenging moments of the Civil War, was encouraged to fire General Grant. A lot of his advisors and others said, you got to get rid of him. You know, he's scruffy. He's rough at the edges. His boots aren't always polished. You know, he's kind of a little out there. And some even said, you know, he drinks too much. Well, when you listen to the elites and the pundits talk about the Tea Party movement, or they talk about us as conservatives, they may not always say it explicitly, But implicit in their comments are, you know, maybe they're not as sophisticated because a lot of them didn't go to the Ivy League schools. Or, you know, they're from places like the Heartland, not, you know, they don't hang out in our Chablis drinking, brie eating parties in San Francisco. You know, they're a little rough around the edges, and they got these homemade signs, and they don't, you know, dress like us. And they actually enjoy shopping at Walmart and Target, Sam's Club Republicans. You know, and the implication is, you know, we're kind of bumpkins. You know, we're just not up to their standard. Well, here's something that I think will give us a great deal of encouragement going forward. History is on our side. The Constitution is on our side. We're on the side of freedom. We're on the side of individual responsibility. We're on the side of free markets. We're on the side of the rule of law. We're on the side of limited government. And like Grant, we fight. So I want to encourage you, never give in, never give up, and let's take this country back and have conservative leadership once again for the United States of America. Thank you for being here. Have a great rest of the day.